Let's talk completing your seller disclosures. Now, disclosures are required as part of any real estate sale in California, actually probably anywhere. And the purpose of the disclosures is to do that, to disclose or make known any material facts or things that are known about the property to the new owners or prospective owners. There's 3 forms that we're going to ask you to complete in addition to all of the boilerplate forms that are required by law. These forms include the SPQ or the Seller Property Questionnaire, the 9A report, and also the TDS or the Transfer Disclosure Statement. When completing your seller disclosures, there's a few general rules that are going to apply. But before we get to that, let's talk about what the heck are seller disclosures. Now, any real estate transaction is going to require that you as the seller disclose or make known to the buyer any conditions, material facts, or things that are affecting the property. Now, this could include things like, was there anyone smoking in the property, or did you have pets? Have there been insurance claims or any flood or fire damage? All the way to, has there been a death in the property, or were there any lawsuits, easements, encroachments, and really everything that could possibly affect the property you want to disclose. The general rule to follow when completing the disclosures is, when in doubt, disclose. Now, this is for your protection because these documents exist to prevent future litigation, lawsuits, and any sort of legal entanglement that could come about because the buyers would make a case that you didn't fully disclose something. So, in general, disclose anything that is known about the property. If you have a question and you want to ask us, should I disclose this? The answer is almost always yes, but again, we're happy to field your questions and point you in the right direction. The biggest thing to be aware of is that this is for your protection, so it doesn't better suit you at all to withhold information. And so again, when in doubt, disclose. In addition to the standard boilerplate disclosures that are required with every real estate transaction, there's going to be some additional disclosures that we call the Q&As. So these are 3 specific documents that are going to require you as the seller to actually sort of answer questions and provide some additional information. The SPQ and the TDS are the 2 documents that are the most involved. The SPQ or Seller Property Questionnaire and the TDS, the Transfer Disclosure Statement, these again are anything that you know about the property has to be disclosed. The general rule of thumb here is that if you check mark a yes, there's going to be a space down below to give further clarity. And it might seem a little bit redundant. For example, is this property part of a community development and you know that it's in an HOA, you would check mark yes, property is part of an HOA. And if they ask about improvements or insurance claims or anything like that, just give as much information, but you don't have to go into insane detail, but just give an overview because the buyers will then be aware of it and they can ask further clarifying questions if they need to. The other Q&A form is the 9A report, which is a city compliance or certification that has to deal with health and safety requirements. So oftentimes this is smoke and carbon monoxide detectors, a seismic shutoff valve, double strapping of your water heater, and several, again, city requirements that may or may not apply depending on the city and or the county that your house is in. We'll walk you through either how to complete that form or getting someone with a retrofit company that can go out and verify which of these things maybe do or don't apply. But just know you're going to have to complete that, sign it, and there's usually a check that has to get mailed out as well, but sometimes that can get paid at escrow. So in summary, there are 3 Q&As that we're going to ask you to complete sooner than later. And when in doubt, disclose anything that's known about the property because it's only going to better serve you and protect you in the long run. Any questions, as always, reach out to me or a member of the team and we will gladly answer anything and really get you sorted out.